size of, like the engines.
Look at me.
This is for you.
Thank you very much.
No problem. More trophies than me.
Thanks.
Thank you all.
Do you speak
France.
Yeah.
Playing nature, yeah?
Nature.
Have you taken a picture? Oui, s'il vous plaît. Par ici. Voilà, magnifique.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Charles Leclerc on pole position here at Spa-Francorchamps.
That lap yesterday was sensational. How deep did you have to dig to pull that one out of the bag?
It was nice, especially in those conditions where it's wet track and everything. It's always difficult to put everything together, but I felt like we did a really good job, especially into Q3. So I was happy with that. I did not expect that coming into the weekend. We definitely did not expect that. So it was a good surprise. But now we've got 44 laps to do and to try and win that race, and this one will obviously be the most difficult part.
I know on Friday night when we spoke, you said you really weren't happy with the car or the day, how things had panned out. How many changes did you have to make before Friday and Saturday, and how much uncertainty is there then coming into today?
Not so much. In the last two races, we decided to go more for the consistency and to optimize the package that we have. On Friday, I wasn't really happy, mostly about performance. It's not like we had something magical inside the car that we could change and go straight away much faster. But then obviously the conditions helped us a little bit. And today the conditions are also very different because it's a lot warmer compared to Friday. So hopefully that will go in our direction as well.
That all sounds incredibly positive. Do you think you can convert pole into the win?
Realistically, it's going to be very, very difficult, but yeah, let's see where we are after the first lap. Then good tire management will be super important. Today it will all be about tires. On Friday we've seen lots of deg, lots of graining. Today the weather is a bit different, but yeah, tire management will be a big thing, and if we do a good job, why not?
Et en français, c'était une pole position, une lap extraordinaire, absolument super, mais aujourd'hui c'est une genre très différente. Les temps, c'est une piste sec. Est-ce que tu as la voiture pour faire la victoire aujourd'hui?
Réalistiquement, je pense que ça va être compliqué. McLaren et Red Bull sont sur une autre planète ce week-end, mais on va essayer de tout donner pour essayer de convertir cette pole en victoire. On a eu un samedi beaucoup plus positif que ce qu'on pensait. On part dans la meilleure position pour essayer de convertir cette pole et on verra ce qui est possible.
Merci. Now for the man who shares the front row with Charles Leclerc. Checo, back on the front row. You said yesterday you hadn't forgotten how to drive. I don't think that was ever in doubt. A brilliant lap, and you start in one of the best positions for the Grand Prix today. How confident are you going into the race?
Yeah, I think we got a good chance today. Obviously, it's going to be a pretty long race ahead of us, so it will be an interesting battles out there. I think, yeah, like always, you know, the front is so tight. You have 3-4 teams that are going to be really close together, so strategy comes in play. So yeah, looking forward to the race.
The car really seems to have great strength during that second sector of the track. Do you feel you may be susceptible to the other cars in sector 1 and 3, or that pace in sector 2 will really do it for you?
I don't think we are that slow in the straights either. So I think yesterday we were on a pair with the people around us. So yeah, we'll see in the dry where everyone is at. But I do expect us to be on a strong foot.
How much about today is about taking the good result, taking the victory? How much of it is actually just about going out there and enjoying yourself?
Yeah, I think it's the main plan, you know. I think there's a very important race ahead. As always, you know, when you start in the front row, the target is to win it, but it's a very long race ahead of us.
Wishing you all the luck in the world. Just some words in your own language, please.
Sí, una carrera interesante. Estoy contento de estar en la primera fila, pero hay una carrera larga por delante y espero que podamos hacer una buena carrera y podamos ir para adelante.
Gracias. Lando, you've still got the wet setup from yesterday, in the jacket choice anyway. But I know you had the car set up for the dry. How happy were you this morning to look out of the window and see bright sunshine at Spa-Francorchamps?
Very happy. A nice sunny day here, which is rare. Very excited, ready to go. Optimistic we can have a good result. But we know the Red Bulls are going to be very fast. So a little bit nervous about them, but yeah, excited we can put on a good race still.
The car looks phenomenal out there this weekend. Do you think you can maintain your tyres, particularly through that second sector where we know it's so tricky and you're carrying that slightly lower wing level than the Red Bulls?
It's tough. I mean, at the minute, the Red Bull is still a much quicker car, so it's going to be tough to keep them behind. But if you can keep them behind for a good amount of laps, then maybe they have less and less chance to get past. But we have a lower wing, I hope, which allows us to overtake and try to go forwards. Like, I still have 3 cars I need to try and overtake in the first place. So, yes, I think we have chances, but we're going to have to look ahead and we're going to have to look behind.
And Lando, the trajectory of this team since Miami has been absolutely astonishing. You're in such a rich vein of form right now. What would it mean to take the final victory before the summer break?
I mean, any victory is a good one. So, I mean, it would be great for myself, for the whole team especially. You know, with the 1-2 last weekend, we would love to do something similar this weekend again. But we know we still have places to work on. We still have weaknesses. But just ending the first half in a good way is always a good bonus for the team.
Good luck. And carrying on the British theme right now, Lewis Hamilton. Let's jump over here and grab a word. Lewis, it is a beautiful vista, isn't it, down there?
It is. It's just, I'm just looking at it and thinking just about the history and just how lucky are we here. Remember growing up watching Micker and Schumacher down here? It's just, I don't know, it's just always, I just had a really good, like, nostalgic kind of feeling, like deja vu. Not deja vu, but it's just so great to be here, yeah, and it's a beautiful day.
And you go so well at this circuit. What is it that brings out the best in you?
I mean, it's one of the best tracks in the world. I don't know, I think it's I don't know if we always go well here. We've had some decent races here, but I mean, it's massively challenging. It's one of the tracks you feel like you're going somewhere because you're coming up into the woods and then down. We always get a good crowd, real, you know, like original racing crowd here. I don't know why I go well, if I'm honest. I don't want to jinx it because today's going to be tough.
As you say, it is going to be tough for you today, but how tough do you think it will be? Do you think the car will come alive on the track today?
Well, I mean, we were pretty bad on Friday, but we've made some changes, so I'm hoping we're a bit better. But I think ultimately the Red Bull and McLarens they're going to outpace us. Whether or not it's half a second or a couple of tenths and you can hold them behind, we'll find out today. We made lots of changes and we've not tried it in the dry yet. So, and it's hotter, so who knows?
Step into the unknown. Good luck, Lewis.
Thank you.
George, the crowd is out in force. An incredible sight around this track. But for you, you're going to be a little lower, going a little faster in just a short amount of time. How optimistic are you for the Belgian Grand Prix?
Yeah, it's so great always coming into this track because you've got fans everywhere. Like you see them in between the trees on the bank down to Lecom, and it's always a really special feeling. I actually remember when I raced in GB3 here 2017, it was the first time I actually saw like all the fans out at like 9 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, super special and excited for the race.
Do you have the car under you? Just been talking to Lewis about that same thing, to really push forward. Uncertain, I think. Well, given how Friday went for you guys, then obviously yesterday was so different climatically, and today it's sunny again and dry.
Yeah, there's so many unknowns. I think there's a lot of tyre deg on Friday. Maybe it'll be slightly less today. Now is heated up a little bit. But I think that's where the biggest difference is going to be. I think on pure pace, I think we're maybe 2 or 3 tenths behind McLaren and probably a bit more behind Max. But if we can do a better job on the tyres, maybe we can offset that.
And one thing we've seen this season, strategy, so key. Mercedes with all of its experience. The other thing we've seen, when it comes down to it, you guys pretty much always take that right decision. How key will strategy be in the Grand Prix for you?
Yeah, it's going to be massive. I think we've got a really good team around us, and they've been doing a really great job. So I think we can, they're going to be on it. I think we can. You need to play the long game. You can stop early, you can get the tyres on, you'll probably find 2 or 3 seconds straight away, but ultimately, will that get you to the flag quickest? Who knows? So, yeah, trust in the team.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Max, as we run down the hill here, your grandstand just down here, what is it like to race here? I know you have Belgian heritage. I know you love this place. It seems to draw something incredible out of you.
Yeah, it's my favorite track, and also I grew up not too far from here. So for me it's always very special to come back. Normally family and friends are always here also supporting me. And yeah, a lot of fans, it's always great for me to be here.
And we're right in the middle of the sector where you have been utterly dominant this weekend. It takes maximum commitment and maximum knowledge of the track. And I know you had a bit more experience of the track in the wet last week. That looked like it paid off.
Well, I mean, maybe it has to do with my name in it. No, I mean, yeah, we have had a positive weekend, I think, so far, and we hope that we can have a good race. I think it will be very tough to move forward quickly. I mean, everyone is quite similar in race pace. It's all about just looking after your tires. But yeah, we'll do our best. It's not going to be like the last 2 years, but I hope, still for a strong result.
This is it when we look at the statistics as we now come past your grandstand. You've been fastest in qualifying the last 3 years. You've had to take a penalty the last 3 years. How different will this race be, though, to those last 3 years?
We are not as fast as what we were back then, so it's going to be a tough battle, probably also a bit strategic as well. And yeah, we'll go for it.
En some words in Dutch voor de Oranje Army.
Ja, het is natuurlijk fantastisch om dit altijd te zien, de support die ik hier krijg. Dus ja, ben ik heel blij mee. En ja, hopelijk natuurlijk dat we een sterke race hebben vandaag.
Good luck today.
Right.
Ja, uitstekend beste mensen, staan er mooi op. Om 12:20 de officiële warming-up party hier ook de Verstappen voor jullie natuurlijk. Nogmaals, als je filmpje nou dit zou niet gezien hebt, kijk het niet op de Facebook, daar kun je doen dat betekent dat je dit zo mooi opstonden. En dan wordt natuurlijk ook de beelden van mijn aangeplaatst. 12:20.
Our newest Grand Prix winner, Oscar Piastri. Does it feel different waking up on a Sunday morning knowing that you're a Grand Prix winner, coming into a Grand Prix knowing that you've got what it takes?
Not really, if I'm honest. The Monday morning after the race did, but no, I mean, it's been a nice confidence boost for sure. I think this weekend's been pretty strong. Just got it a little bit wrong in Q3, unfortunately, but we've got a quick car, and I feel like I've been driving pretty well on the whole. So it's nice to have that confidence, but still try to beat everyone else like every other week.
Yesterday was such a strange day, so different to the conditions we've got today. How important was that FP2 and the confidence you can carry from that into the race?
Yeah, it was a pretty key session, I would say. A very, very smooth one for us, and our pace looked really strong in our long run. So hopefully that's good news for us today. Obviously, we're starting a little bit further back than we would have liked, and I think Max will be very quick, but I think we've got a very quick car underneath us, and it's a track you can overtake. So hopefully we can make some progress quickly and control it from there.
Is Red Bull the only threat to McLaren today?
I don't think so. I mean, the tyre deg on Friday was very high. We've also had a lot of rain that's kind of cleaned the track off again. So I think the guys at the front will be still a problem. Hopefully we've got a little bit more pace than them, but I think Max is definitely going to be probably the biggest threat.
Good luck. Carlos, it's been such a tricky weekend for Ferrari, I know. Perhaps an unexpected pole position for your teammate. How much are you, though, looking forward to the Grand Prix on a track where really anything can happen?
Yeah, obviously disappointed now with myself for not being able to be up there with Charles after a very tricky last lap yesterday in Q3 where I didn't manage to switch on the tires as I did in Q1 and Q2 when I was quite quick. But today is a new day. We start from P7. I think we can recover a few positions if we get a good start, and yeah, you never know with strategy around this track with the degradation we had.
And just to drive this track, what kind of a thrill is it? Because we're on here now, the undulation, it's so apparent when we're standing on this truck, but when you're behind the steering wheel, when you're in that cockpit, how intense is it? How enjoyable is it?
It's great. It's for sure one of my favorite ones. It's always great to be racing in Europe because you get to drive on these amazing tracks. It's a lot tougher on the bike when I did it on Thursday than what it is on a Formula One car given the elevation changes. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. With the new tarmac, there's some corners at this really, really high grip. So yeah, you get even more of a thrill.
Just a few words in Spanish, please.
Sí, hoy salimos séptimos después de una clasificación mala ayer, donde en el último run de Q3 no conseguimos mejorar, tuvimos problemas calentando el neumático y hoy toca remontar, salir desde atrás y ver si podemos llegar a entre los 5 o 3 primeros, que será el objetivo.
Best of luck. And we welcome in your compatriot, Fernando Alonso. Fernando, what a fantastic qualifying effort from you yesterday, up in the top 10. What's made the difference this weekend, or was it just yesterday that was such a unique day?
Yeah, it was a tricky day for everyone, but yeah, let's see today. I think we had some concerns. Free practices were a little bit challenging for us in terms of finding the good rhythm and the nice setup. So yeah, we go into the race with some concerns and into the unknown with the new asphalt as well, how the degradation is going to be. But yeah, let's see if we can finish on the points and go into the summer break.
How much does your experience pay on a day like this, on a day when multiple strategies can be employed, and for so many it's such a step into the unknown?
Yeah, obviously when you have a wet quali and a dry race, everything has to be improvised a little bit, and experience always helps, but I prefer to have a 1 second faster car than experience, to be honest.
Just a few words in Spanish, please, Fernando.
Bueno, ha sido de momento un fin de semana un poco raro, con altibajos para nosotros en las sesiones libres, así que vamos a la carrera con un poco de cautela para ver cómo va. También seguramente la degradación va a haber que estar atentos a ella, así que bueno, a ver si podemos sumar puntos e irnos al parón veraniego con una sonrisa.
Gracias. Esteban, there just seems to be something about you and this track. What is it that draws the best from you here and phenomenal performances like we saw yesterday?
I don't know, to be fair, Will. I think, first of all, there's great energy, all around this track. There's a lot of French supporters, that come to see us. Obviously, we don't have the French Grand Prix, so it is a very special one, for all of us. But yeah, I mean, yesterday seems to have worked, pretty well on the rain with a dry setup with the car. We should be quite fast in the straight line today, and I hope that we can use that speed to hopefully catch back up and look ahead, on the cars.
This is the thing, you've got one of the flattest rear wings anywhere in the pit lane. That looks like a car that's set up to go racing in the straight line today. How optimistic are you that you can make up those positions from the start?
Yeah, the other thing is that, are the tires going to last, with that rear wing? That's the other thing, It's one thing to go fast in the straight, but you need to have some pace in corners. So there's a lot of unknown, but at the moment, you know, just enjoying driving around here. It's a beautiful day in Spa for once. So, you know, hopefully we can have a good race day.
So basically, look out for Esteban in sectors 1 and 3. Look out for Esteban holding on through sector 2.
Pretty much.
Bon, et en français, hier c'était absolument incroyable, une lap super. Mais aujourd'hui c'est une piste sec, mais je pense que tu as une voiture, pas une piste sec.
Oui, merci Will. Je pense que premièrement l'atmosphère est incroyable autour de la piste. Je pense que voilà, tous les supporters français qui sont venus nous voir, bah, ça fait chaud au cœur. On vous voit autour de la piste, vous mettez voilà, une ambiance de dingue et ça fait plaisir vu qu'on n'a pas de Grand Prix de France. Mais oui, c'est clair que voilà, la qualif était plutôt pas mal hier. Maintenant, il faut qu'on se concentre bien sûr sur cette course. On a une bonne vitesse en ligne droite, mais il faudra qu'on n'ait pas trop de dégradation sur les pneus pour essayer de regarder devant et essayer de grappiller quelques places.
Bonne chance.
Merci.
Alex Albon, when we spoke on Thursday, you said you thought this racetrack was going to suit Williams this weekend. It's a top 10 start, a phenomenal job. The car has looked good, but how has it felt out on track?
It's been okay. We were good in FP1 in the dry. We struggled a bit in FP2, and then we made some changes to the car. We don't know really how they've come about. I mean, it was wet yesterday, so we still need to see what it's actually done to the car. But I'm happy. I feel like we've got that typical straight line speed. It'll go both ways, I think. I think we'll be a hard car to overtake, but also our tyre wear will be quite high. So it's a bit hotter today as well, so let's see.
This is the thing, isn't it? It's what a lot of the guys have said who've got a car set up for the dry. That sector 2 is going to be so tricky today. Strategy, is it one you've got to call on the fly?
Yeah, it will be. That midfield, it always ends up being an undercut race and you've got all the cars scrapping around. It was like that last week. It's been like that every race we've done so far this year. So if you've got the pace, you can obviously extend, you can create a bit more of a tyre delta and you can do a bit more stuff. So let's see. The thing what is a bit tricky is Esteban, who's in front of everyone. He's got the most straight line speed, so he'll be the hardest one to overtake. So I don't know if we'll have the pace with him, and if we do, I don't think we'll be able to get past, and we're going to have to just see how that plays out. But yeah.
Good luck this weekend, man.
Thank you very much.
It's such a long lap. We get a bonus interview, and I think you got a bonus bum squeeze from Lewis.
I got a snake bite.
Is it not a bum bite?
Sorry?
How's the race looking for you today?
Anyway, it's a beautiful day, and I'm ready for the race.
How do you think it's going to go for you? I know it's been a tricky first half of the season for you guys, but you feel there's something in the air around Spa for Valtteri Bottas and for Sauber today?
There's something in there. I can smell cows and farms.
Frites and mayonnaise.
Yeah, I can smell that. I can smell Belgian beer. I can smell points.
Love that. Good luck.
Thank you.